welcome back to Vaal Feeds the Nebulous Beast. I got quite a few things to show you today. So first of all, we're down here using my new power tool. You can see we can rotate here above the armor abilities, all the different built-in stuff. I've got it as a weapon, as all the tools, basically the pickaxe, the axe, the shovel. It's a built-in crafting bench by right-clicking here. I also got the ender pearl teleporting thing. There's no like distance on the ender pearl either. They don't arc. It just goes perfectly straight, which is really cool. And then there's the blaster thing. Charges up a big old blast, and look at that, even destroyed a black. I'm charging it up all the way there, and it works really good. This is on stone. Actually, I might leave now. Well, yeah, I'll leave that one. So I'm just doing a little cleanup here. I'm gonna add some more glass. Checking the level of my lava tank, refilling it. Should be about done. So let's go change over the power. I need to add another tesseract, but we'll get to that. I've added these levitating transport methods. I'll probably do a vine break here instead of this one. I thought that would slow me a lot better, but it really doesn't. So here's my engine array. Got my 2 banks so far. I've actually taught my ME system to make more engines. So as you can see there, I've added about 32 more. Yeah, it's awesome. Let's switch our main output power here. I'll go back to base power. I can just set up another tesseract. I need to do that. These tesseracts here, I think I showed this last episode, are actually teleporting energy up to the power converters. And then I'm also running this line here from the output up to the power converters as well. I love this. And then, it stops you here. And then I can just hit the button when I'm in there and fly up to the next level. Same thing here with the drop. Okay, so that line comes up here, comes into multiple faces, because each face of these power consumer things can only take in a certain amount. And for the MJ one, the BC consumer, each face can only take in 100 MJs. So I'm connected to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces, so I'm able to output a little more than 500 MJs at a time. But, that's quite a bit. I need to actually set up another converter system, I think. Or more output. Well, no, I need another input, because I am producing more than I can use. So that's all coming into this MFSU. This one here is an extra buffer that I'm feeding with just solar power. Well, and the output of this as well, I've connected it in. So they're both kind of feeding, and then it's the output as before. I added a Lapitronic charge pad here, so I can walk up and recharge my goodies. So let's finish talking about the power armor. So I'm using the cool power tool, but I'm also using the helm and the legs. On shift, you can see all the modules I'm using. Basically, I'm using the legs for all the speed, jumping, swimming, boosting, running uphill, even though I'm still using my traveler boots. I might switch these back for the quantum boots. And then for batteries, for the power tool. Same thing up here, I want to use batteries, solar generator, and kinetic generator for generating power, solar power, night vision, and that's pretty much it, and a battery to power the tool. And it works. Ding, 35. It works pretty awesome. You can see here's my thing. So and I'm not overclocking all the tools like crazy. You can see I may as well up them more now, actually, because they're pretty good. I could get a multimeter, don't really need it. Melee assist, I have it doing a bunch of power. Okay, so here's how my ME system is kind of turned out. I got my pattern encoder, preformatter right here. I never really used the preformer much. Chests, I got these in here for a few things. This is like my pre-mod items sorted. And this is just bulk stuff. You can see Corey's running. And you got the crafting terminal, monitor. So I've been teaching it a bunch of recipes. Let's go take a look at that actually. So this is all going as normal. You know, we're making matter, UU matter, recycling dirt, cobble, extracting if necessary. I've got some extra machines up here for patterns. Well, let's take a look. I have been teaching it a lot of patterns. Hold shift, you can see what I've been teaching it to make. I'm gonna have it make all my matter, what is this, mine factory stuff, all my red power stuff. And I've even taught it to make magma engines, the invar, mixed metal ingots, solar panels, and all this awesome stuff, or ore with UU matter, to make, yep, advanced solar panels. This thing can make me advanced solar panels now. Here, I'll show you. I already got an extra one in here, but let's go ahead and craft. Oh, that's a regular one. Here, hold on. Change this to craftable. Here we go. See if I have enough. Come up here, you can see what it's making. It's crafting all the subcomponents. And right now it's waiting on coal dust. So I haven't made a bunch of extra coal dust. Well, I could. The system is calling it as it needs it. And it's being made right over here. So the way that's done is with these interfaces. This one's making something else too, making refined iron. These interfaces have patterns. So this furnace here is going to be making all these items. Right now it's making refined iron with iron. And the way this kind of works, let's see if I can get back here. Can I fit in there? Nope, we have to break some blocks. That's okay. Wow, that's... Whoa, I'm getting crazy lag. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back here. So the way these things work is they're just connected to the ME system. Like anything else, you just connect up these interfaces to a block and you give it those patterns. And the way they work is they kind of work as export buses. So when something is needed and it knows how to craft it with that pattern, it's going to give it the input materials to the machine connected to the interface, which is going to be this one down here, not the other interface. And then I have import buses to pull out the items from the machine that are done being made back into the system. Import them into the ME system. I'm telling it to do stacks and always do it, so it doesn't matter. And the way I've configured these machines is they'll allow me to take the items out the back. With these thermal expansion machines, you have to declare the input is at the top to go into the right slot, but then the output slots connected to the import bus needs to be this one here, the hole with no color. And then it can be kind of sucked out. Same is true for this and the induction smelter as well. I can do the same thing. And this machine is smart enough to have both inputs put into the two different slots. It's really cool. This machine is not that smart. The alloy smelter. So I originally had the export thingy, or the interface, yeah, that thingy, hooked up on top of this guy. I wanted to make Electrum and Invar with this. Now I know I can do the pulverizing the dusts and auto-crafted dusts and resmelt the dust, but I got this Great Tech machine to do it for me with the metals, and that's how I'm storing them in the machine, so I wanted it to work. So when that didn't work, I did this, hooked the interface up to the hopper. So it dumps the two different items in the hopper. The problem with the hopper is, when the hopper puts the items in, it tries to put them both into the same slot right here. So, depending on the pattern, the first item, iron or gold in this case, would get put in here, and the other item would sit in the hopper. It wouldn't go in this other slot. So, you know, I used emerald pipes, try to filter things out, and that didn't really work very well because you can only do one item at a time because of the filter thing. So I just ended up using this, a red power filter, and it's set to pull out the second item from each pattern. This way I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different patterns in here. I can add 7 more in here, and we'll be good. So the first item comes in here first from the ME system. That gets put into the slot. The second item falls in here and just sits, and then it'll get sucked out when this timer hits this jacketed wire, like that. And we'll pull it out and smelt it. And then also, likewise, there's a import bus. You can kind of see it right there on the back of this to pull out the product back into the system. Similarly, I have another one over here on this compressor to make all those wonderful items that we need to be compressed. I had to actually move the compressor over here from over here because I used to have it right here, and this interface was here, and it would also put items into the hopper instead of this inventory. So now that it's separated, it knows that it's this inventory. And there you go. So this thing's making my hardened glass. Got a few things I'm pulverizing right now. So I can make more of these recipes and put them in there. But, yeah. Okay, now I'm sure you're wondering, well, how do I make a pattern that's not actually a crafting recipe? For example, like the refined iron and iron stuff. Let's look at what I got stored. I don't have any. Okay, give me one. I'll make that in a second. Let's making it right now. Okay, there's my refined iron. Where's iron? Give me one like that. So normally if you come into this pattern thing and you tell it make 2 of this, it knows that's the pattern it's going to make, and I can come in here and make this pattern. But I don't want to do that. What if I want to do something with this? So naturally, if I just use this in a crafting bench, the system can auto-craft that into 9 nuggets. That's not what I want. I want this to turn into refined iron. So I'm going to tell it, like that, to turn into refined iron. And then you hit encode, and it knows that refined iron comes from iron. And that pattern, you can't put in the big crafting machine, because that's only for crafting table stuff. You got to take that pattern, come over here, and put it in a furnace. Just like that. And then the system will know to deposit iron in here and expect refined iron to come back. So from doing that, I can auto-craft anything I want. It's been really awesome. I've made a bunch of solar panels, all those extra engines. And now that I got so much UU matter, I'm going to go up to the ultimate panels, like that 4,000 UU matter. We're just making more. Right now we're not, though. I told it to stop with 5,000 scrap, which is where I'm at. So instead of telling it to change how much scrap, I'll just make some more scrap boxes. Nah, that's good. You can see it's crafting. And that's this machine telling it is doing all the crafting. Depending on how many of the crafting chambers I put in here. I put 6 pattern encoders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 crafting things inside this chamber. Okay, I think that's about it. Let me go double check. Okay, well, I think that is about it. Let me patch up that hole there. Kind of a short episode, you know, but I needed to kind of just, I've been doing quite a bit, and I figure I may as well, you know, show you guys what I've been up to. So you can see it pulling there now, the secondary item into the furnace. Because all the iron is already being pulled in from here, but not the nickel. Now it is. And then the invar is automatically getting sucked out into the system. And this rate that I'm pulling it in is fast enough, you can see, to keep up with the smelting. I could even slow it down. It should still keep up. I'll test that later. 3's fine. And let's get some more basalt to show you guys how easy it is to work with this system. I really, really like it a lot. Can't say that enough. Alright, well, next time I'm going to be doing a few other things. I gotta do some lava centrifuging. I'm going to make a computer control room, so all these levers that I got everywhere I can have in one place with wireless signals controlling them. I want to set up mine factory farms, connect them into my ME system, and I want to finish my tower. And of course the airship. Got lots of work to do still in the airship. That's cosmetic, not necessarily functional. You guys have seen all the functioning stuff. But I'm going to keep working on this tower. Got it up to about here. This is where we're at. Start going up. Do some cool stuff with it. Make a landing platform for the airship. And these are how many advanced panels I've got so far. Like I say, when I turn them into ultimates, I'll probably put them in the void nexus. Always sun and everything, you know. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoy my stuff. I got lots more coming. So stay tuned. Alright, see you guys later.